Can anything stop the bear market in big pharma? Take Pfizer. Here's a company that made billions of dollars in the pandemic and started using them to buy smaller drug companies in order to bulk up its pipeline. They want to get ahead of some big patent expirations, use cliff coming in the second half of the decade. But the stock is now down 40% for the year, in part because the drug stocks have gone out of style, but also because of some company-specific issues. In March, Pfizer offered $43 billion to buy Seagen, that's the old Seattle Genetics. That's a high-priced deal that could take several years to be additive to earnings. And we don't even know if the regulators will let it happen, even though I think they should. Meanwhile, interest rates have soared, making Pfizer's 5.4% dividend yield a lot less attractive by comparison to the 10-year. And it doesn't help that we're headed into an election year where big pharma always struggles. If all that weren't enough, earlier this month, the company announced that the government's returning a big stock of Paxlovid. That's their COVID drug, and management had to slash its full-year forecast in response. Their COVID vaccine also isn't selling as well as expected. Today, we got an update when Pfizer reported, but the numbers came in a tad light. Management merely reiterated their new lower forecast from a few weeks ago. Not what we wanted to hear. But then again, stock's already come down dramatically from its high, so what do we do? Earlier today, we had a chance to speak to Dr. Albert Bourla. He's the chairman and CEO of Pfizer. Take a look. Dr. Bourla, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hello. How are you, Jim?
I am fine. How are you, sir?
Very, very well.
All right. Well, let's go over your quarter and the year. You've got a pretty well-defined strategy. You've had tremendous success in fighting COVID with your vaccines. You've taken the profits and then made some, I think, wise acquisitions. But I want to be sure, because there's a disconnect between your stock price and what you've got in your portfolio and pipeline. I want to be sure how you would grade yourself right now about that transition that you're taking with the COVID money to these acquisitions.
Clearly, we are not happy with the way that the stock price is performing this year, and we try to understand the reasons, and they are coming down to two things. One was that there is a lot of uncertainty about the COVID projected revenues, and then there was a lot of concerns. If we take the worst case scenario, then your cost base is very high. That's why 2 weeks ago we tried to address both. We announced several agreements that we have done, but now pretty much are giving very high certainty for someone to be able to model the COVID revenues for the years to come. And then also we announced a cost restructuring program that aligns more our new cost base, with the new projected estimations on revenues. So with those behind us, what really matters, it is what the non-COVID business is doing. And this quarter, just today, we announced a 10% growth in our non-COVID revenues, so which is tremendous, and it was way ahead of what the analysts were expecting.
Yeah, but that's kind of where I'm coming from. I mean, there's something that occurred that is fortuitous, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but you picked a spokesperson, Travis Kelce, perhaps because of his association with Taylor Swift, maybe the most famous athlete in the world right now. And he also has an antagonist, a fellow by the name of Aaron Rodgers, who called him Mr. Pfizer in order to mock him. But the fact is, sir, isn't that the kind of awareness that you need in order to be able to build prescriptions, build vaccines, and then get people to realize the power of your portfolio?
I think he is, and he's a wonderful spokesperson for us, and we are very proud that we are associating our name with him.
But is it working? I mean, I know that when I go, I feel like right now I went and I got my flu and I got my Pfizer COVID, and I felt rather pioneerish. I felt that I'm alone. Now, I know others are doing it, but I'm struggling with the idea, why doesn't everybody do this? And what is the resistance?
We thought in the beginning of the years, we thought that we will have 24% of the Americans, and that was our projection, will doing a COVID vaccine this year. So far, it looks like it's trending more towards 17%. And so far, maybe 7-8% have done it. But the months ahead of us are very strong. So there are many reasons why it's lower. And we are far away from the COVID fear, so everybody was the vaccine. Now we are in the middle of the COVID fatigue. Nobody wants to speak about COVID. And we have also a lot of anti-vaxxers rhetoric at the peak. But the good news is that those that they are doing a vaccine right now are those that they truly believe in the value of vaccination. So that's a very base assumption for what the vaccination rates could be as a floor going forward.
But there is some sort of vaccine fatigue in this country right now that I think is affecting your earnings.
You're right, but it's mainly in the COVID area because Our RSV has done tremendously better than what we thought. Our pneumococcal vaccine is doing tremendously better than what we thought, and the analysts thought. And of course, the flu vaccinations are trending quite well. We don't have a flu, but we know how they are trending. So there is a little bit of COVID fatigue, which reflects on the number of COVID vaccinations that we had. Also, don't forget, Jim, the COVID vaccines came a little bit late in the season, right? In the middle of September, approximately. We had all August quite a wave of COVID. So a lot of people got COVID, and they can't do a vaccine before 4 months after they had COVID.
Okay. So this morning I wake up at 3:20 and I realize, wow, migraine. I know it. My trainer's going to come in a few minutes. I pop my Nurtec. No migraine by the time he gets there. I look at the numbers. I know that as the chief spokesperson for the American Migraine Foundation, there could be as many as 1 billion followers. And I'm thinking maybe you don't have enough awareness there. You paid Biohaven $11.6 billion for this remarkable franchise. I had thought it might be doing $1.3 billion this year. It's doing considerably less. 1.8 in 2024. Again, it looks like it's going to do less. It's not your fault, sir, but there is a painful lack of awareness of this wonder drug. What can you do to get the word out, which of course would also benefit Pfizer shareholders?
There is no doubt that we can do more. But right now, things are not bad, actually, Jim. We had this quarter 28% more scripts than we had last year. And in actually the last week of October was the highest week ever recorded, 23,000 physicians prescribed. Right now, we have 70+ thousand physicians in the US alone that are prescribing it. Now, clearly, we can do more. And we have a lot of activities to educate physicians and the public, and also to enlarge the access. Right now, we are going deeper into access, so unlocking a lot of opportunities that are happening. So I'm quite optimistic that Nurtec will do very, very, very well.
Yeah, I just wish that they would spend more than 15 minutes on a med school, given the number of sufferers. It's absurd. Now let's talk Seagen. This is a deal where there's absolutely almost zero overlap, I believe, with your company. But here we have FTC request, $43 billion. Love to see that get rolling because you said that it won't be accretive for 3-4 years. Where the heck is that, what I thought was a natural fit with Pfizer?
Well, look, I mean, we are progressing our discussions with FTC. This is the last step that still remains. We just got 2 weeks ago our unconditional clearance from the European Union, so they see zero overlap, as you very well articulated. So we are waiting the discussions with FTC. We are working very collaborative with them. Still, we are optimistic, and we hope to close before year end or beginning of next year. Nothing has changed on that. And we are really keen to join forces with Seagen. We are ready. We have already created our organizational chart. The people from Seagen will join the Pfizer Oncology. We have selected the leaders. And we are going to invest way more than what Seagen did so that we can progress this pipeline. I think our next thing, Jim, is cancer. We are going to kill cancer.
I think that people should understand that there are cancers that routinely kill people now that are death sentences, that if you look at Seagen's portfolio, maybe 10 years from now, there would be some that are not death sentences?
Will come every year, a new one, right? Don't forget that Seagen presented at ESMO just last week some data from bladder cancer, which is a very, very difficult cancer that people have a 12 months survival rate, unfortunately. And they also had overall survival rate of 31 months, from 12 to 31. That's transformational, and we are going to have every 6 months something like that happening. So we will make cancer a chronic disease. You can live with your cancer rather than the death sentence.
That would be amazing. Now, one last thing. The GLP-1s, you've got one that would be a pill. I think people think it's a winner take all, loser take none. The way I look at it could be like cholesterol, anti-cholesterol. There's a lot of money to be made by everybody. You get approval with your pill, you can make a lot of money. Am I being too optimistic about this class of drugs?
No, I think this class of drugs seems that is having significant advantages, and as a result, they are used a lot. And as a result, the market is projected to be very, very high. The estimations now, this market can become $100 billion market, and maybe even more. So an oral pill, it is going to it's going to fill a very big gap, because right now there are a lot of people that they don't like injections. So an oral pill will fill the gap, and I don't think there are so many that they're coming in the market, but clearly with such a big market, there will be space for
I
many.
think 67% of the people do not like to self-inject, which is really rather extraordinary given how much it can do to keep down blood pressure, keep down weight, and, of course, diabetes. Dr. Bourla, Dr. Albert Bourla is the Pfizer chairman and CEO. Doctor, thank you so much for coming on the show, clarifying what I think is a very inexpensive situation with a lot of opportunity. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Absolutely. Mad Money's back after the break.
Coming up, Cramer takes your calls, and the sky is the limit. It's a fast fire lightning round. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.